People, welcome to the Politricks Watch. This is Sir P. Now, every year we see Ironman residents take great risks to enter, right? All kind of foreign countries, mainly the United States, mainly Canada, the UK. Those are the big three, but you have other countries. Now, today, I'm going to give you a strategy that should work. Right? If the countries them, right, where we talk about, actually believe what them say, and it may apply the logic and apply to other things, to immigration. I wonder, where look at YouTube are coming now? I miss people take great risks to enter, right, countries like Uncle Sam. If you're lucky, right, and things go bad, right, you get sent back a yard. That's if you're lucky. But if you're unlucky and things go bad, well, you end up in our box, in the dirt. Today, I give you a safer method, a safer strategy, using the same ideology that these countries, right, promote. I may say this only work in woke countries. US, UK, Canada, Sweden and them place there. So if I them place they want to go, here is the hidden secret. This is let's call it the special tactic. Just keep it between me and honesty. Right? Don't tell everybody so I'm giving that secret here now. Just listen to the secret, try it, and when it work, send me a message when I reach man, Sweden or them place and you say, why look at YouTube at work? Right? You see, I've now been enlightened. After a couple of videos I've made, I've been reliably informed that, you know what? Not because somebody is born with a seed bag, don't mean that it's a boy. Right? Suppose them feel like a girl. Yes, he have a seed bag, but suppose him feel like he want an eagle eye or feel like he should have an eagle eye. Right? Gender is a social construct. It's made up. Right? Man, woman, boy, girl, them things. Society make up them things. It's not real. People can identify as whatever they want because they feel like. And I have now been enlightened. Right? The veil of dinosaur-itis has been removed from my eyes. I now see the light. If you feel like you have an eagle eye, then you should be treated like Maybelline, and they can use the woman bathroom and all of that, and even compete in women's sports. I've been enlightened. Hallelujah. But then it dawned on me. Why would that logic only apply to man and woman, boy and girl? If Uncle Sam is saying that a man, somebody who was born with a seed bag, can identify as Maybelline and transition to Maybelline, and he must respect the decision and accept the decision as Maybelline and call him Maybelline, even though he was born as Stephen. I thought, why not apply to other things, such as immigration? You want an American passport, Canadian passport? Here's how you get it. Using their own logic. If gender is a social construct, then so is nationality. Right? I mean, which one nature actually say, right? You born a seed bag, you born with an eagle eye. But no nature, no say, you're American, you're Canadian, you're German, you're French, you're Jamaican. Nature don't draw national borders, a man draw them. Right? If you have a country, if you have a continent like Europe and it's divided up, right? It's not divided up because nature said, alright, this piece right here so going to be called Ireland, and this piece side right over here so across the water, like with the UK, alright, now France, you get took on right here so. Germany, nature does that. Nature does have land. Right? So nationality, immigration, all these things are social construct. Since you can reject said social construct by your gender, you should be able to reject it by your nationality. Open all this thing good enough. This is how you get the passport. You don't have to cross no border and risk no life. This is how you get it. When you go immigration and you talk to them, if you get the visa or whatever, you go up at the US embassy. Whichever embassy you go. You tell them, nationality is a social construct. I was born and mislabeled as a Jamaican. I was mislabeled. I didn't tell anybody I want to be a Jamaican. From the age of about 6 or 7, I've always felt like a Yankee. People say I'm Jamaican, but I feel like a Yankee. And I fall into depression because I'm mislabeled as a Jamaican. So, because I've always felt like an American, you need to respect the fact that I'm American and treat me as an American and give me an American passport. Did you write that down? Did you write down the strategy? Let me repeat it if anyone hear it. Using their own logic as it relates to man and woman. And supposedly man and woman don't even exist. There's no such thing. Well, there's no such thing as no. Right? American and Jamaican and French and British. No such thing. It's all a social construct. So yes, right, on paper it says Jamaican born at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital, but I was mislabeled as a Jamaican. I've always felt like a Canadian. All my life I felt like a Canadian. And I have transitioned into being a Canadian. And you need to treat me as a Canadian and give me a Canadian passport. Now at this point, they're going to look at you like you're a madman. They're going to say that's not how it works. Then your response will be, why not? That's how it works with gender. Sure, I was born with a seed bag, but I was mislabeled as a man. I identify as Kerry. Then I'm going to say, sir, that's not how it works. Then you say, hold on. So you're telling me that if a little boy say him feel like a little girl, you will give him drugs to change, so he can finally look how him feel, but you will not give me a little book so he can travel? You will give a little boy drugs so he can feel or look how him feel, but you won't give me a book so me can look how me feel and my feelings can match my new passport. You won't give me a little book. That's this little book now. A little book will make me can enter your country, go and come as me please. You won't give me that, but you'll give a little, you'll pump drugs into a little youth. You'll pump drugs into a little girl, right? But you draw the limit at giving me a stamp in our book. By this point, they will be completely defeated by the logic, but they will still hold out and they say, but sir, that's just not, we have protocols. This is how you finish them off. Just like how they finish you off with the guilt trip, the emotional blackmail. You say, do you know how many Jamaicans are depressed because they can't enter the United States even though they feel like they're Americans? Do you know how many Jamaicans hurt themselves because they can't get to enter the United States and live like an American even though they felt like an American their entire life? This is discrimination. This is bigotry. This is hatred. You should be ashamed of yourself. When activists hear those words, they normally start to crumble. The tactic should be bulletproof, according to their logic. If Stephen can feel like Kerry, then a Jamaican should feel like he's an American citizen and get an American passport, since feelings are so important. See, but what they're going to tell you is, sir, we don't care what you feel. You're a Jamaican, that's a fact. You mean like how being born with a seed bag make you a boy? That's a fact. They say, no, that's not a fact. That's open for interpretation. Here's some pills, little boy. Now you're a little girl. You see, none of this is grounded in logic. A matter of fact, if you identify as anything else, they will tell you, say, you're mentally ill. If you say I identify as a cow, they will take you to Bellevue. If you say you identify as a car, they'll take you to Bellevue. If you say you're a Jamaican who identifies as an American, they'll take you to Bellevue. If you identify as a banana tree, they'll take you to Bellevue. But if Stephen identify as Kerry, then he's brave and he's strong and he gets get put on these fancy morning talk shows and they say, boy, you're such an example. No, he should also go to Bellevue. No, I'm just saying. Just think about it. What else can you claim that you feel like and people have to accept it? How about we just start not getting qualified for anything? You want to be an engineer? Why waste time going to school? All my life I felt like an engineer. Even though I'm not. But engineer and degree and all them things, those are social constructs. Accept me as an engineer. If you don't accept me, then hey. I'm just saying. If somebody can get the wrong gender at birth, then they can get the wrong nationality. Mr. Immigration Officer, I identify as a Yankee, just like you. I feel like a Yankee, just like you. What do you mean that's not how it works? That is exactly how it works. According to you. I feel, remember, it's how you feel. It's not how you look, it's not how you sound, it's no physical feature, it's how you feel. You mislabeled Stephen. Stephen is really Kerry, and you mislabeled the nationality, right? So Carlton is really an American from Connecticut. So how dare you not respect Carlton's feelings? How dare you? That's bigotry. Apply the same logic to anything else. Forget about this election nonsense. I feel like the Prime Minister. I've always felt like the Prime Minister. So you should accept I'm the Prime Minister and treat me as such. And if you don't treat me, you're in a whole heap of trouble. Because remember, if you don't accept that Stephen is no Kerry, right? If you mislabel him and you get the wrong pronoun. If you go call Stephen him, that's upsetting because you miss Stephen might look like him, but he feels like her, so the correct pronoun is her. So even though I might look like a Jamaican, but I feel like an American, so my pronoun is American citizen. That's what he. If you use this, you should get your passport right on the spot using their own logic. And if they reject you, then ask them, if you're telling me that an adult can't feel like him is an ex nationality, you don't accept it from an adult, why would you accept it from a child and just listen to what them say? Right? Because they're saying, okay, no, we're not sickos, we're not weirdos, it's nothing to do with pervertedness, it's not meant, and the experts say there's a wide spectrum of genders. Okay, there's a wide spectrum of nationalities, and I'm saying I feel like this one. I feel there's a wide spectrum of nationality, which is a social construct, it's a man-made construct, and I'm saying I feel like a Canadian. Give me a Canadian passport. I mean, you're woke, right? This is what I feel like. All my life I felt like I was Swedish. My whole life. Give me a Swedish passport. They will laugh you out the building until you send the business with your feelings in nonsense. Matter of fact, they will tie you up in a straitjacket and carry you go on Bellevue. For them version of Bellevue. But if you're a little 13-year-old, go to them and say, I feel like a girl. They're like, really? How brave. Here you go, son. Here's some medication. Right. Let's suppress your male hormones. And oh look, his body's changing. He's now turning into Kerry. This is progress. This is love. This is not child abuse. It's love. Look, see, he says he feels like a girl. I mean, think about it. If it's one group of people, the judgment we can't trust is Pitney. I mean, it's not like Pitney don't change their mind every other day. Children are so right? Fickle. That's 1 minute they eat it, the next minute they eat it again. 1 minute they want weird, 1 minute them bother you, and them nag you and nag you so them want sitting, and then play with it for 2 days and dash away. That's how fickle pitney are. But if that same pitney, right, was like, you know what, I feel like I'm actually Maybelline. They're like, yeah, let's take him down to the local office. Get the doctor to pump some drugs in him. Cause the doctor said it's okay. Who are you? You're just like a YouTuber. The doctor said it's okay, and there's no such thing as no man and no woman. And the doctor says if doctor, I'm telling you, them start at the colleges. That's why them quote unquote donate to the doctor's education. They donate to the lawyer, the judge, the exec. Right? They donate to the record label execs who then tell the artists, say, yo, make sure you say anything about this now. That way, there's nobody officially resist except little YouTubers and quote-unquote dinosaurs you might find online. I mean, the masses, they just go where whatever is trending, whatever is the current thing, that's what the masses work with. If enough experts and enough bright people say that they say thing, that they say thing there. So that's how you get your passport. Without having to go through the border. So you feel like an American citizen. If you want a job, so you feel like you're a dentist. You want to be Prime Minister? Tell them say you've always felt like you were the Prime Minister. And if them say no, tell them say, right, you're falling into depression, you might hurt yourself if they don't allow you to be Prime Minister. And then tell them say, you know how many people hurt themselves because they can't get to be who them feel like. Because clearly, it's feelings matter the most. It's what you feel like. So, let me say, my eyes have been opened, enlightened. Gender, man, woman, and the social construct. I am now wokeified. Saved and filled. Water baptized. Wokeness on my mind. But I've had this for the very end. In order for you to do this, you can't be very agreeable in front of Billy Joe and Gwyneth. And that's going to be hard for most of you because we know, Ironman, well, the Caribbean people as a whole, and people who come from countries where historically, right, they were, their ancestors were on the plantation, they tend to be very agreeable to Billy Joe and Gwyneth. It's like it passed on the line. Right, like mindset passing on to be agreeable in front of Billy Joe and Gwyneth. So when time you say this and then push back, you can't be like, okay sir, yes sir, yes sir. You push back. Like when time you deal with a fellow Jamaican and you're wicked and bad and you're full of chat, I say you have to go full of chat. You can't be too agreeable. You have to go counter everything them say. When them say, sir, that's rubbish, they say, no, it's not rubbish because you said this relates to boy and woman, boy and girl and man and woman. You say it's a social construct, you say it's how you feel, so I tell you how I feel. You're going to have to not be agreeable. And I know that's going to be hard for you. Some people are going to have to suppress the house ego tendencies in their body, and that's going to be hard. But you have to try if you want a passport. You have to try real hard. I know it's hard not to be agreeable. Right? That's why any Billy Joe can drop an Iron Man and walk through any bad man place. And even the most murderous gunman laugh and skin in teeth. Right? And turn tour guide. Gunman turn a tour guide. But if him see a Jamaican who look like him walk, him say, I wouldn't board in a place, dog. Yo, go for the K. And be a shot start for you. So I know it's hard, but you're gonna have to try. Let me say. The agreeable thing kinda hard to suppress. But that's how certain things happen to Iron Man people, Too agreeable in front of Billy Joe and Gwyneth. Can't say no. Even if them have pride, right, all of a sudden, it exists again. That's why, after I did the video about you saying, somebody messaged me, what's the problem? It's just a little joke. Little joke. No, but run joke with your mother and your father and your brother and your sister and you pick them. Right? Don't run joke with me. Right? How can I be the greatest sprinter in the history of humanity? In all the humans that's ever lived, there's nobody who's ever run faster than me. And I'm standing in your room, listening to you give me ideas about this ad we're going to do, and all you can come up with is me in one dress. And me looking like a baby. That's the best you can do. multi-billion-dollar marketing company can't come up with nothing more creative than that. It's just so what? It's good that they would even, consider him for the advertisement. Consider him because the plantation IT stuck in them head. It's an honor and privilege in their minds that they would even be in the presence of Mr. Joan Gwinnett, right? Getting a quote-unquote opportunity to be in them ad. Honor and privilege. Consider. They're lucky him consider them. In that situation, UCN is the prize. In that marketing room, UCN is the prize, not them. People, at least it's great that they even considered him. Consider. That man is the greatest sprinter we've ever seen. Right. Them not doing a favor. He has enough leverage to tell them what to go backflip under. But in their nod head, okay, alright, yeah man. Oh, you say I go, one dress? Oh yeah man, that cool man. Irie man, yeah man, Irie man, no problem man. Really? Which other goat you see them do that to? Where is Wayne Gretzky? You know who Wayne Gretzky is? He's the hockey version of Usain Bolt. Why them not gonna put Wayne Gretzky in a one dress? Why them not gonna put Lionel Messi? Show me Messi in a one dress for my ad. And go back to which Argentina. Show me Cristiano Ronaldo. Because we are talking about GOAT level now. Show me Ronaldo. Ronaldo and Messi has done probably hundreds, thousands of ads and not once nobody go in the says, we're going to put in a one dress. People are talking about, it's CGI effect. I don't care what kind of effect it is. The imagery is the same. Where is Wayne Gretzky in a dress? But they're in the presence of the greatest sprinter of all time. And the best thing can come with. Yes, sir, yeah man, we work with it man. I just thought it's a good joke. A good joke. The emasculation of black men, especially hyper successful black men, come like a disease. You've seen Usain Bolt in a dress, you've seen Kevin Hart, Eddie Murphy, Jamie Foxx. Just keep naming them. Dress. What is the obsession? If Donald Trump put on a dress, he will never get one more vote. Right. Where's Putin in a dress? Where's Biden in a dress? The people them wouldn't take serious. Why don't put them in a dress? Why Trump not put on a dress and say, "That's a good joke, man. That's a good joke." That's one of the problem. Everything a joke. The people who make the world go around are trying to entertain you. So you're trying to entertain them for. A little joke, man. Little joke. You're going like saying it's a little joke. So what? Where is Michael Phelps in a dress? Michael Phelps is the swimming equivalent of Usain Bolt. All these corporations, all these companies, all these brands have worked with him, and when them sit down in the room and them are discuss what them are going to do, why not them say, here you go Michael, we're going to put you in a dress, or we're going to get some CGI effect, and we're going to make you a baby, we're going to make you a dress. Why didn't I try it with Michael Phelps? Try it with your boy. Why the Englishman not try that with Steven Gerrard? Here you go Gerrard, here is a dress son. Here you go Lampard. Why not do it with them? They chose the Jamaican legend. They don't do it to fit them legend, they chose the Jamaican legend to put in a dress. Very agreeable. So now if you go try hard. One time when I tried a passport tactic, try hard. Right. For it not to be so agreeable. And let me tell you something, Jamaican get upset if you even try point out say, right? Them daddy I take them for fool. If you point out say, yo, you know, sister, the people them no respect you, bro. They get upset. Leave me alone. He good to me. He good to me. I don't know about you, but he good to me. Mind your business. I'm just making a point, bro. Right. Just saying. So, try the passport thing, I'm gonna know it work. Let me say, I've been enlightened. I'm now officially woke. Anyway, Patreon squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Politricks squad, see you circling. Bless.